This is music, and these are the impressions of the seeker. Welcome to another First Impressions video. In these videos, I share with you my first impressions of the many blind buys that I have a tendency to pick up. And I just love doing blind buys because I love exploring new music. So there you go. Today I have this small stack of CDs. Let's just get down to business. Up first, Satan's Heavy Metal by Aggressive Perfector. Now this one is interesting because I also have this one here, Havoc at the Midnight Hour, by the same band. And this one here strikes me as being more traditional heavy metal with a strong King Diamond vibe. Not in the vocals. The vocals have nothing to do with King Diamond, but just sort of the overall musical approach, the idea of like horror themed, and of course being traditional heavy metal. There are some, shall we say, some leanings towards some harsher stuff. The vocals are quite harsh. There are some thrashy elements, and the production is not super clinical, if you know what I mean. But it's, to my ears, this is traditional heavy metal. But this one here, Satan's Heavy Metal, is just dirty and filthy speed metal, thrash metal. With some strong, I would say, roots in traditional metal too, but it's much more speed metal-y and filthy and really enjoyable. So if you like that kind of more dirty style of traditional metal and speed metal, check out Satan's Heavy Metal. Really enjoy this. So there you go. Up next we have a bunch of releases by Angband. Here we have Visions of the Seeker. And we also have Rising from the Apadana. There you go. And we have Saved from the Truth. And Angband, very interesting band. They are an Iranian, a Persian heavy metal band. And their style is, I would say, progressively leaning, kind of US power metal meets traditional heavy metal. I think that's, at least a description that kind of captures how I kind of experience this band. This is really, really good stuff. I really enjoy Angband. The production is a bit rough around the edges, and the overall, everything about it is a bit rough around the edges, but that just adds a sense of authenticity, I think. Some of the songs are quite heavy, some of the songs are quite melodic. As I said, it has progressive leanings. There does seem to be a bit of an influence from US power metal for the most part, but also a little bit of Euro power metal. The vocals are very interesting. I think the vocals are a bit in the maybe Matt Barlow. Is it Matt or Mark? I can't remember. I think it's Matt Barlow kind of style of singing, except this dude has his very own way of doing it, and the vocals might be a bit of an acquired taste, maybe to some people, but I really like it. So Angband, very good stuff. Rough around the edges, but very enjoyable, very interesting kind of trad metal meets US power metal with some progressive leanings. I really like these guys, but check out for yourselves because some of it might be an acquired taste. Then we have this one here, Armory's Mercurian. This is, I would say, they call their style of music hyperspeed metal because it's kind of sci-fi themed, as you can see. It's a Swedish band, and I think the dude who runs Jawbreaker Records, I think he's in this band too. Seems like a really nice guy, by the way, the guy who runs Jawbreaker Records. Great label, check them out. Anyways, Armory, Mercurian, hyperspeed metal. to my ears, it's kind of, you know, semi-technical thrash metal. Maybe with a foot in the progressive camp. We're not all the way out in, you know, Realm and Watchtower territory. Maybe kind of leaning a bit towards Toxic. But awesome stuff. I was surprised at how much I like this. Not that I expected not to like it, because I have the Search, which I also really like, but you know, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. So this is great stuff if you like technical thrash metal, and obviously science fiction and speed metal, because there is a speed metal component for sure. Do check out Mercurion by Armory. Great stuff. And so there you go. And up last, not that much to show in the way of cover artwork, because this one came in a digipack, which I have stored elsewhere. But this is To the Lions by Anoxia. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, maybe you can get an idea of the cover artwork here. Yeah. So, but yeah, there you go. At least you can get an idea of the cover artwork. So Anoxia, it's a Danish melodic power thrash metal band. They released an album called Lap Dance for the Devil a long time ago now, which was very, very melodic. To my ears, more power than thrash, but maybe really power thrash. They continue being melodic on this one here, To the Lions, but this is much thrashier, I would say. So this is definitely, to my ears, also thrash metal, but melodic thrash metal, and you know, it does have the power thrash spirit as well. There are some traditional metal elements to this album on top of that. But it's great stuff. I really, really enjoy it, and it is more aggressive than Lap Dance for the Devil, for sure. But this is great stuff. If you like your melodic thrash metal and you like your power thrash, check this one out. One thing that I think is really interesting is that the guitar tone is actually very dry, and I don't mean that in the sense that it's dry and boring, because it's not. But it has kind of a dry feel to it, and it's not super distorted. Obviously it is distorted, but it's not like crushingly heavy or anything like that, which is very interesting. I think Slayer kind of had a similar approach on some of their classic albums. Obviously they don't sound like Slayer. This is much more melodic, but it's just interesting that the guitar the guitar tone, kind of dry, not super distorted, but obviously it is overdriven, but it still sounds like, you know, it has a punch, and sounds very heavy when you hear the entire band. So that's just very interesting. But yeah, To the Lions. If you like Lap Dance for the Devil, I think you'll like To the Lions as well. If you like your melodic thrash metal, if you like your power thrash with clean vocals and things like that, I think you will like To the Lions as well. I personally, I really enjoy To the Lions. And again, this is what it kind of looks like if you want to seek out a copy. So there you go. Some thrash metal and some I guess, again, progressively leaning US power metal meets traditional metal. If any of these releases sound interesting to you, do check them out. I enjoyed all of them. So there you go. Thanks for watching.